Good morning, dear friends. Welcome back to our Sunday Gospel Reflection. I'm Brother James, and I'm wishing you all a blessed and happy Sunday. Today, we celebrate the 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time. Today's Gospel is taken from the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 25, verses 14 to 30. In this passage, Jesus tells another parable, and this is the last mentioned parable in the Gospel of St. Matthew. Since it's the last mentioned parable, it carries a lot of valuable teachings for his disciples before his passion. The parable surprises us with these last words, saying, "For to everyone who has, more will be given, and he will grow rich. But for the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away." Why is it so, and what is that will be given more or taken away? Let's see what our gospel has to teach us today.
Sunday Gospel Reflection, coming up right now.
In this parable, Jesus speaks of a master who, before going on a journey, entrusts his servants with talents, different amounts to each servant according to their ability. The two servants who received 5 and 2 talents, respectively, invest and double their talents. They are praised by the master upon his return, and he shares his joy with them by entrusting them with greater responsibilities. Whereas the third servant, however, buries his 1 talent out of fear. When the master returns, the servant returns only what was given to him, and he is rebuked for his lack of initiative and faithfulness. If you see, friends, the master takes away the 1 talent from him and gives it to the one who had the 10 talents. This parable teaches us profound truths about stewardship, faithfulness, and the kingdom of God. The talents represents the gifts and abilities God bestows upon each one of us. The master's response, "For to everyone who has more will be given." This means God expects us to use and multiply the gifts we have received for His glory. The one who is faithful with what he has will be entrusted with more. For example, God has bestowed upon us a lot of mercy. He is showing mercy to us every day. Let us also be merciful towards others, and more mercy will be bestowed upon us. Whereas the second part of the verse, the words, "But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away," emphasizes the consequence of neglecting or burying our talents. When we fail to use the gifts of God He has given us, we risk losing even the little we have. For example, God has given us the capacity to love. But if we choose to find faults on the other and fall into the fear of being hurt by the other, we will never take steps to love one another. Remember, love is a gift given by God, and we need to use it prudently and courageously. God is love, and out of love, God has come to save us. Likewise, out of love, let us multiply our gifts for Him. Dear friends, let us reflect on our lives about what God has given us, what talents God has entrusted to us. How are we using them for His kingdom? May we be inspired to invest our gifts wisely, knowing that faithfulness in small matters leads to greater responsibilities and a share in the joy of our Master in the kingdom of God. It may be a tiny blessing, but once we recognize it and use it for His glory, God will continue to entrust more to us. Let us also not focus or compare ourselves with others. If you see, both the 5 talents and the 2 talents were doubled, and it is possible to make wonders with what we have. So let us not waste or become discouraged with the little God has given us. He knows what to give and how much to give. Let us take initiatives to make use of His gifts, because that would be our loving response to God. Remember, God rejoices in any little response that you make for His glory. With this thought, dear friends, let us meet again in another gospel reflection. And until then, remember, let us stay blessed.